Greetings, Lowell Awards for the province. The fifth quarter video edition of some description from Molson Stadium, Montreal, Friday night. Well, the Lions put up a pretty good effort, but lose 30-25 to the Montreal Alouettes and have a four-game winning streak snapped. They got down to the last 7 yards, couldn't get them at the end. Tried to go to Arland Bruce on third down and 10 at that point. Couldn't connect after Bruce had scored their two earlier touchdowns, and Travis Lulay had extended his consecutive game streak with a touchdown pass to 20 in a row. Bruce had 2 in the game, as I mentioned, but the Alouettes had too much else going for it again. Offensively, I thought Anthony Calvillo with those backside screens was just put on a clinic at some point. Calvillo going over the 300-yard mark for the 8th straight game, setting a league record, 321 yards, 3 touchdowns in all to Brandon Whitaker. In all, Victor Anderson had the other touchdown for Montreal. Pretty good game, though, really back and forth. Defense and offense taking turns of dominating. But the Alouettes have the grandmaster of quarterbacks. And Anthony Calvillo was just enough in the end. Of course, a big story in the game, Geroy Simon going out in the first half with a hamstring injury. He injured it, he said, in the Winnipeg game, and sort of we noticed that he did pull up during practice on Wednesday. He didn't say it wasn't too much of a big deal, but it obviously got to be a big deal once the game got going. He says he'll play next week, but they took him out so that it wasn't a 4-week problem, maybe just a 1-game problem. The Lions responded okay, but obviously they miss Geroy Simon. Offensively, anytime that happens, a lot of the coverage swung in the direction of Arland Bruce, who had those 2 touchdowns, but it certainly was enough. Angus Reid limping around after the game as well. He says he's going to be like this for a while. He thinks that this is just one of those things where his ankle is going to be bothering him for quite some time, but as mentioned, Simon hopes he can play next week when these two teams meet back at BC Place Stadium next Saturday afternoon at the Dome, 1 o'clock. Again, the final score 30-25 Montreal. That's the 5th quarter from Molson Stadium.